Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a question that's probably been on your mind, the one that makes you check your phone late at night and wonder if you missed out. The question is it too late to buy Bitcoin? This isn't just a simple yes or no answer. To truly understand this, we have to look beyond the price chart and explore Bitcoin's history, its technology, and its potential future. By the end of this deep dive, you'll have a much clearer picture of what you're investing in, not just what you're buying. So let's get started. The Bitcoin story, from pizza to a paradigm shift. To figure out if it's too late, we have to understand where Bitcoin came from. The story starts in 2008 with a white paper by an anonymous person or group known as Satoshi Nakamoto. The goal was to create a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It was a purely academic and technological experiment. In 2010, the first real-world transaction happened. A programmer bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins. At the time, that was worth about $40. Today, that amount of Bitcoin is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This anecdote is more than just a fun fact. It perfectly illustrates Bitcoin's journey from a fringe idea with no real value to a recognized asset. For years, Bitcoin remained a niche interest for tech enthusiasts and libertarians. Its price fluctuated wildly, but its market cap was tiny. It was volatile, unpredictable, and dismissed by most financial experts as a Ponzi scheme or a fad. Then, things began to change. In 2017, the price of Bitcoin exploded, drawing in a wave of new investors. Everyone was talking about it. After a massive crash in 2018, it went quiet again. But the underlying technology continued to evolve. Institutional investors began to take it seriously. Major companies started adding it to their balance sheets. Banks began to offer crypto services. Today, Bitcoin is no longer a fringe asset. It's a multi-trillion-dollar asset class. It's traded on major exchanges and accessible through investment vehicles like ETFs. This maturation is the key to our question. The easy gains, the 1000% returns over a few months, are likely gone. To double in value from here would require an influx of capital far, far greater than what was needed to take it from a few cents to thousands of dollars. So if your goal is to get rich quick, the answer might be yes, it's too late. The train has already left the station for that kind of explosive growth. But that's only one side of the coin. The most compelling argument for buying Bitcoin now isn't about looking at the past, it's about looking at the future. This perspective sees Bitcoin not just as an investment, but as a fundamental shift in how we think about money and value. At its core, Bitcoin is a decentralized, borderless, and censorship-resistant form of money. Unlike traditional currencies controlled by central banks, Bitcoin's supply is fixed at 21 million coins. This scarcity is a huge part of its value proposition. While governments can print more money, causing inflation and devaluing their currency, no one can create more Bitcoin. This fixed supply makes Bitcoin a potential hedge against inflation and a global store of value. As central banks around the world continue to print money and national debt climbs, many investors are looking for assets that can't be diluted. Gold has traditionally filled this role, but Bitcoin is often called digital gold because it shares many of the same properties. It's scarce, durable, and easily verifiable. The Bitcoin network also has built-in mechanisms that could drive future value. Every 4 years, the reward for mining a new block is cut in half, a process known as the halving. This reduces the rate at which the new Bitcoin is created, which in theory increases its value if demand remains the same or even grows. This is a powerful, programmed feature that makes Bitcoin unique. So from this perspective, we are still in the early stages of a massive financial revolution. The people who bought in at $10,000 or $50,000 might be the new early adopters. If Bitcoin's value truly goes mainstream and fights a much higher baseline as a global reserve asset or a widely accepted medium of exchange, if you believe in this long-term vision, then it's not too late at all. Before you get too excited, let's talk about the significant risks. Investing in Bitcoin is not a guaranteed path to wealth. It is a highly volatile and speculative asset. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you something. Here are the major risks you need to consider. First, there's a regulatory risk. Governments worldwide are still grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrencies. A sudden ban or a new restrictive tax could send the price plummeting. While many countries are becoming more open, the regulatory landscape is far from settled. Another risk is a technological risk. The Bitcoin network itself is incredibly secure, but you are responsible for your own investment. If you lose your private key or fall for a scam, your Bitcoin is gone forever. There is no central authority to call and get your password reset. You are your own bank. Then there's a market risk. Bitcoin's price is notoriously volatile. We've seen periods of massive growth followed by crashes of 80% or more. If you can't emotionally or financially handle that kind of loss, Bitcoin might not be right for you. Environmental concerns. The energy consumption of Bitcoin mining is a well-known issue. While the industry is working on more sustainable solutions, this remains a significant point of criticism and could be a political liability. And finally, competition. Bitcoin is the most established cryptocurrency, but it's not the only one. Thousands of other digital assets exist, and some offer different features or promise better solutions. While none have come close to challenging Bitcoin's dominance as a store of value, the threat of competition is always present. So what should you do? The honest answer, too easy too late, is that it depends on your goals and your risk tolerance. It's not too late if you see Bitcoin as a long-term, speculative investment in a new financial technology. It's not too late if you understand the risks and are prepared for the wild price swings. It is too late if you're looking for a quick, guaranteed profit. It is too late if you're investing money you need for rent or bills. It is too late if you're buying it without doing your own research, just because someone on the internet told you to. The real question you need to ask yourself is, why am I buying it? Are you buying it because you believe in the technology and its potential to change finance, or are you buying it out of fear of missing out? If you've decided that Bitcoin might be for you, here are a few practical steps to consider. First, do your own research. Don't just rely on YouTube videos or friends. Don't even rely on me. Read the original white paper, explore the technology, and understand the difference between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Another thing is to start small. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of one. Think of your initial investment as an experiment. Consider dollar cost averaging. This strategy involves investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, say $50 a week or $100 a month. This removes emotion from your investment decisions and helps you buy more when the price is low and less when it's high. It's a classic strategy for a reason. And understand your risk tolerance. Bitcoin should be a small part of a diversified portfolio for most people, not the entire thing. It's a high risk, high reward asset. Make sure it's a bet you can afford to lose. Although there are some people who only invest in Bitcoin, which are called Bitcoin Maxis, and I have made a video about them as well, so make sure to watch that one if you want to explore that option. But for most people, I would just suggest to invest in Bitcoin as a part of your portfolio and not all of it. The future of Bitcoin isn't just about its price, it's about its place in the world. Will it become a global settlement layer, a universal store of value, or a niche speculative asset? The answer to whether it's too late to buy Bitcoin lies not in a crystal ball, but in your own personal belief in this new, decentralized future. If you believe in that, then perhaps the journey has only just begun. Of course, none of what I'm saying in this video is financial advice, and it's all just my opinions. Make sure to subscribe for more videos about Bitcoin. Thank you for watching, and I'ma see you in the next one.